Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
Across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. From the 6. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
From the third team now, they work on 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Love, caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. 2nd and 5. Throwing. Love. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On first down, Jones. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, Love. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Dexter Lawrence. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Love. Under pressure, they got him again. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal, a loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
And you have to figure that this is a confident quarterback who gets the start here. Coming off of a victory in round 1, team doesn't have to travel. They get another home game here in the divisional round. And I know it sounds cliche, but playing at home, huge for a quarterback, huge for his team. They want to take advantage of it.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A first down carry for Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Love looking to throw it. That's taken in by Callaway. starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game. But they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down.
Well, they were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back's feet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 53 yards rushing for him now, as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game, as it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Barkley hit, and the ball pops free. And the Packers pick it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Love. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Love. Touchdown! Braxton Berrios from 4 yards out. And the Packers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
From the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. New York's offense back out there and set to go.
And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. And he loses the football a second time. And the Packers pick it up. Does the big boy have the juice? And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone, it's a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Parkey with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Throwing Jones. And Thomas has it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Jones.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On is the punter long here as he sends this one away.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back.
He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 5 now. Love, throw left side, complete. That's Jones. And he goes out right around the 39. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
1st down, going to the air with Love.
He finds his man, complete.
That's Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They had things a little spread out there with 4 wide receivers, and it opened up a running hole.
Yeah, not only do you get better running lanes because you are spread out, oftentimes when defenses see 4 wide receivers, they substitute in extra defensive backs, so you're blocking smaller personnel. That gives your running back a nice chance downfield against that type of a defense.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Love from the gun. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On play action, Love to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? Well, let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ramsey. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. The kick by Parkey is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. New York ready to go again offensively. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kenny Clark, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And that's complete to Shepard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Steps away to his left. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
From the 39, Jones. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Jordan Love and the Packers heading back out there. He's got to be feeling pretty good. Playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Love's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
First down, Love to pass. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And he's got this down to the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. That is caught. It's the tight end Tunyon. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tunyon, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Dancing to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, hold it in. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jones throwing on first down. That's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him. It's Tony for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney, as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. And that's a critical touchdown. I don't want to be too hyperbolic or whatever, but they needed some points on the board before halftime.
They certainly did, and, you know, it's not going to erase everything that happened in the first half. Look, they got outplayed. There's no question about that. But now it gives them a chance to regroup, feel a little bit better about themselves. And how many games have we done where we've seen everything flip when another half begins? And by the way, did you say hyperbolic?
I did. Thank you. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out.
A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he will have a Giants first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They go play action here on first down. This is caught. It's Woods. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Throwing on 2nd and 3. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. You know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
Jones running on 1st down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Here's Love. He finds his man complete. That's Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46. Working out of the gun, Love. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And some room to work. Powering his way forward. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. It's a big play there for Green Bay. Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now Parkey for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and that'll bring up second down. Off the play fake, Jones. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. O'Shane Zimenez able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Third and long for Love. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Jones now on first down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
This is Stewart. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Love to throw. And able to connect with Berrios. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now Stewart. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Love now. The killer here, it's complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Play action this time with Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Packers are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Jones on 1st and 10. Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And some space here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 115 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They run here with Stewart. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Here's Stewart. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Stewart fighting him off. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are pouring it on. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. And they've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Now Parkey for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New York set to take the field. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And now Anderson is slow to get up. Staying down after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle. On 2nd and 9. Love looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ramsey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The give to the fullback on the dive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight line runner. Yeah, him in the outer third of the field, not a recipe for success. That time a loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off the play fake, Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
The Packers on third down. Now they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Love. He finds his man, complete. It's Watson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And Parkey's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Akeem Hicks. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And the tackle that time by James Lynch. Here, this is their fullback getting the carry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because it's going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.